Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's the Mac. Welcome back to Sword and Siege, Crusades Book 1 from Wargame Design Studio. I've already made a introductory video about this game, but due to some malfunctions on my hardware, uh, I had to get a new microphone and stuff. So this is going to be my first recording with that new microphone. I hope the sound is okay. Now, I haven't got like a high-tech studio or anything like that. I'm recording like in my normal computer room and stuff. So uh, there might be some echo, perhaps. I'm not sure. I'm trying to figure out the better setup for my microphone, but I hope this microphone is good enough. And it's I think the sound sounded. I did some test runs and it sounded pretty good. So fingers crossed. Right. So this is a long-waited ado to do this. Let's Play. I haven't been able to record. It's not only my hardware problems that have been screwing me over. It's basically life as well. uh, so you know, busy days, a lot of work, and a lot of other stuff going on. So I'm not putting out as many videos as I used to, but hopefully get some free time and I'll catch up with some of the titles. Yeah, so we're gonna go back to Sword and Siege, man. The new series, different Wargame Design Studio Crusades books. We're gonna play the game in this part. I had to look through the scenarios and stuff, man. There's some really good stuff here. Some really good stuff. But I'm trying to not play too big scenarios because it'd be so many recording sessions to finish them off. So I'm trying to look for small ones or you know, snippets and stuff. I did that on the previous Let's Play. I sort of, I think it was this the War of the Austrian Succession? I think I sort of skipped 10 turns and played them off camera just because it was like a rinse and repeat situation. And I'm thinking usually playing the AI, it does happen. So if it happens in this, I will probably do something similar. You know, shorten it down by playing a few. If nothing exciting happens anyway, why watch it, right? So, but for this, I'm doing something actually that I don't usually do. I'm gonna be playing the getting started actually because there's a lot of new features in this game, and I'm thinking about people who might have watched my introduction or watched other videos on the coverage of this game and want to know what is the difference to this and other titles in the Musket and Pike series. Uh, I mean, this is not actually a Musket and Pike. This is a completely new like series in the catalog. But anyway, we'll do it. And I have played it getting started twice now, actually off camera. So I kind of know what they're talking, what's new, and what they want you to focus on in this. And obviously, just go through the manual. Whenever there's like something that you don't understand, just always look it up in the manual. Just search for it. You'll find the answers there. It's really well done, really very well written as always. So we might cross-reference the getting started now and then when playing this, but I think I got a grasp of it. So. Yes, it is actually 20 turns. I mean, there's actually, I don't think there's a single scenario under 20 turns in the whole, in all these scenarios here. I mean, most of them are pretty extensive. So 20 turns is fine. Let's just fire it up. So in this particularly, they wanted to play the Crusades, right? And we want to fight the Islamic Alliance there. So right off the bat, there are actually no new optional rules in this that you would find in some titles in the Wargame Design Studio catalog. All these, I have actually gone through these in many previous Let's Plays. Just do check out my old playlists and coverage of games, because all these are explained very nicely in the manual as well. So you can look them up yourself. There's no point in me going through them all again. It's just going to take a long time. So do check some of my older playlists, and there you would find somewhere that I'm going over this. But there's basically the same as many other titles. Same kind of rules, basically. So we're just gonna leave them on default. That's what they recommend you in this, and we're gonna start it up. So turn 1 and 20. So right off the bat, I think I might turn off the music. Even though the music is sweet in this game, but might get copyrighted and stuff, and I want to avoid that. But the background noise is cool. Sound effects are really cool as well. Yeah. So in this particular in this getting started scenarios, you're playing the Crusades. You're arriving at this Marat Numan castle. It's defended by the Islamic Alliance, and they sort of want to help you go through the new features, basically, because there's just, I mean, right off the bat, just looking at this, let's play this in 3D, because I really like 3D graphics in this. It looks pretty cool. They have this catapults. They have a battering ram. You have sappers, siege towers. And archers, of course, is nothing new, basically. But you have archers, you have swordsmen, you have spearmen, and cavalry, and supply wagons, of course, and leaders. Leaders are very important in this. Right, so the toolbars are all the same as in many of the others I've covered, and I've gone through them, so there's nothing new about the toolbars or anything like that. What's basically new, I mean, I think the scale is 40 meters a hex, and was it for, wait, I'm getting confused here. Let's have a look at the manual here, what it says. I think it's, yeah, it's 10-minute turns, and 40 meters across are the hexes. So the scale is kind of small. As you can see, like groups of soldiers and stuff are usually like below 100. Here you have archers. This group here has 110 men, but you know, they're usually not that big. And checking the parameter data, you will find out that there's maximum of 250 men a hex, and the horses is just 125 per hex. So small scale, man, but pretty cool. So horses here, you have 69 horses there, 95 in that hex, 88. So many of these cannot stack. You gotta do the math a bit and find out if 125 horses will fit in one hex, so to speak. But you will usually fight. Well, I think mostly infantry you would group together. So here's 140, what is that? Almost 150 men, and it was 250 hex, so you get the idea. Right, so this is the town here. We need to, gate houses are very important in this game. You need to be in control of the objective to be able to pass through the gate hex. This gate, you have to capture it, be able to use it. You have towers. They are actually more robust than your regular wall hexes. And you also are like a one range above, so you'll have higher visibility. It's very good to put archers and stuff in tower hexes, of course. And they do have good defense, standing on these walls, firing. You can actually put some units in line formation, especially archers and stuff, to fire. Infantry is usually, actually they're in line, but to move and to fight, you need to be in column formation, moving on these walls here. Otherwise, it's the same. You have units in line formation. You fight in line formation, even with the infantry and stuff. But you can actually, if you have spearmen, you can form squares, small squares, fighting squares. They're called fighting squares because obviously they're not the squares we're talking about in Napoleonic battles, the 4th Cavalry, but they are very good defensive 4th Cavalry. So, but you can form squares and stuff, and you have columns. That's for your movement. They're marching in column formation to set up somewhere and stuff. So movement is same as in other games. So we're going to be going over like the battering ram, the sappers. You have the siege towers, all that good stuff. So in this first turn of the battle, everything is sort of set up for you to try those new toys out, basically. There's also different kinds of movement. If you have a column, you see these soldiers are from the same formation. If I just put on organization here, you see they're all highlighted. So, and they're actually part of this Raymond's 3rd Battalion. So here's Raymond, the man himself. So this is his it's called battalions, but they're not your like Napoleonic or World War II battalion concept. It's just for, I guess they named it for easy reference, but they would be basically the army and the groupings of soldiers. You know, that would be what this day and age. This is 1096, so you can imagine it's pretty early. This is the first crusade, the first sort of real crusade, armed crusade, not the rabble crusade that was before it, where everybody got slaughtered. These guys are actually some pretty badass soldiers from all across the Christian kingdoms to come down here and duke it out with the Muslims there. Yeah, let's just go dive into it and see. So we could start with this cavalry on the flank. So there's a cavalry here. It's Centur de Bern. He's in charge of this. This is Raymond's 1st Battalion here. There's actually, let's just zoom out. You can see. So this guy is actually, he's in charge of quite a few soldiers here. You can check his command rating. His command range. So these guys are actually not in command, but I guess a difference in this game is that you can actually commit forces to melee, even though they are detached, and that's sort of kind of a new thing, because in many of the other titles you can't. If your units are detached, you cannot commit them to melee and stuff, but in this you can, because I have actually done that, and now I actually got a bit intrigued here. Let's go. I just want to check the user manual here for a minute, because I was actually going to look this up off camera, but I never did. So let's just have a look at detached units, what it says. A unit is considered detached when it's outside the command radius of the immediate superior officer, normally a brigade commander. The leader's detached status is irrelevant for determining this, thus allowing battalions to be assigned to guard remote locations away from the main army but still be a fully functional command. Also in the no detached melee option, that's right. So, yeah, actually I did look this up but I forgot about it. So let's go back to the game. That's because in the default rules, the detached, where is it? Yeah, this. If I were to have that clicked, that means that my forces always have to be in command to be able to commit to melee fight. So they actually recommend you for this title to not have the detached melee option, which I kind of like in this era of warfare, because it sort of feels more. The fighting is pretty chaotic and stuff, you know. It would be more a group versus group fighting, you know. They would do things probably sometimes out of the commanding orders. It would be more prone to this, because this is such an early age of organized warfare, especially after like the Dark Ages and stuff, that it would probably be kind of realistic that, you know, forces would just fight, you know, if they got the drop on somebody, and you know, if they got the upper hand, or just, you know, by pure berserk or whatever, you know, just go for the fight basically. So it's in this you can actually do that, so pretty cool. All right, so let's have a look at Centur de Bern. So he's really close to his cavalry here, and they're all in command, which is probably a sort of a indication in this particular scenario that they want you to charge, you know, find out how powerful and devastating the heavy armored mounted knights were of this day and age. These guys are some really, really pretty badass guys here. They're all quality A. This is actually quality B over there, but A and A plus, B, and Bs. So these guys are really bad. Look at this. They also have a bonus because this guy's here. So these guys are really fired up. The class is heavy cavalry. They have a movement of 16, so even the horses are armored here. And they have armor of 6, which is pretty high. So they have like mail and helmets and stuff and shields and they also have lances, which is pretty badass for charging, you know. And they have melee 10, which is insane. You know, these guys will just ride through anything. Facing them are some of these classic horse archers that they were using a lot, the Arab forces. And don't be fooled, you know. Yeah, these guys pretty much suck in melee. I mean, they don't have a chance once the enemy get up to them and start fighting them. They're lightly armed. They don't have any really good, you know, weapons, and they're nowhere near matching these armored knights. They're basically just trained to smash into formations and kill people. These are hit and run horses, so they're meant to ride up, you know, fire the volley and ride off, you know, and sort of harass, like really mobile skirmish forces. But they do have some, you know, potential to fight in melee, of course. That they would have swords and stuff, you know, for close fighting. Anyway, so that's what they want you to show here. This particular, you know, smash into this group of soldiers here. So we'll do that right away, you know. And this is how you sort of issue a charge command. You always select the force you want to charge with, and you press the change to charging. Boom. See, he's charging now, and it will automatically change his move where he can actually move. So he's facing in this general direction, which means he can basically charge anywhere in a line, in a straight line like this. So basically they're all lined up, so you know you could smash into any of these forces here. He's facing downward, so even if he goes here, he can actually, you know, hit this force. He will be, you know, riding like this and hitting them in. I guess he would not be hitting the flank. He'd still be considered fronted because the arrow is pointing in this direction. If I was hitting him here, that would be the flank, and this is the rear attack of the enemy. So obviously always a bonus. So you do that and you just go straight forward like that. So this is actually divided into two phases. This movement and firing is in one phase, and immediately after that you go into the melee phase and you resolve all the melees. Now the reason it's for this because these guys are armed with bows. So if I charge forward, there's going to be a chance that these guys will get some opportunity to fire on me, which some of them probably will. Now these guys managed to get up without any problems. These guys are charging as well. I'll just actually let's see here first. Yes, so this force here, I probably want to not charge with them. I'm probably just going to move them up to be ready to melee or charge next turn. I think I'll do that. So these guys are charging. They can also strike this unit here. Here. There you go. So those guys opened up, and one of these knights got hit by an arrow and was killed. So he fell off his horse. We have this force here. No opportunity to fire. Lucky for us. And nor did they. And these guys are probably just want to move up. I think I'm going to move them. Start, you know, getting that cavalry on the flank here. And I do have more horses in the back. I think these guys are just going to be piling up behind. And this leader would be good to have him within command range, because if he could be right behind them. If he was riding with one of these forces, they would get a bonus when they attack. I think a 25% bonus if you have a leader in the attack there. But I don't want him to die, so I'll just leave him in the back screaming his heart out. Okay, so that's how you do a charge, and we're going to be resolving that soon. Okay, so we have some forces here. Now, as you can see, these siege are sort of particularly placed here to probably break this wall down. I mean, that's what they're doing. So, this siege engine is actually deployed and ready to fire. This is not, and this is limbered mode. So if I would press this, this is how it moves. Now, a mangonel is a I think they were the light. No, it's heavy. So it could be like a classic catapult, basically. We can actually go into that. They actually explain it very well in the different kind of weapons they used. Let's see if I can find it. Okay, so I might already have. Oh, here we go. Yeah, it's probably here. Yeah. So as you can see. You can have ballistas. There's no ballistas in this particular scenario, but they fired huge bolts with metal spears. You know, these are pretty deadly. Even the Romans were using this. You have the battering ram, and you have this onager. These are your catapults. There's actually a light version of this as well, and you have trebuchets. They are not in this particular battle, and you have the siege towers there. And of course the zappers there. So what you do, you just press it and you press this, and it's going to be setting up. Now that could take some time because they're sort of, you know, to put this in firing mode. You know, get the ammunition forward, get this thing, you know, put all the parts together and get it ready to lob big rocks onto this defensive structure here. Okay, so we have a battering ram here. We can... That could just move straight up here. So the battering ram doesn't... I don't think the battering ram attacks this turn. No. The battering ram attacks in melee turn. And the engineers can move up. Now the engineers need a specific command. They need to do this. Change sapper, it's called. But they can only do that when they have full movement points. So they could just move up this wall. What these guys do, they're called miners and sappers. And they wouldn't have explosions and barrels of like TNT and stuff to blow this wall up. No. These guys like dug beneath. They were diggers. So they would try to dig below the wall so the earth would disappear and the weight of the wall would collapse upon itself. So that's what they did, you know, to destroy these walls. And they were probably experts on it and, you know, trained to do that in siege. They look pretty badass. They got A+, you know, but they're also very vulnerable for like archers and stuff. So pretty exposed to do that. You can fire with this, for instance, this catapult. I can. This is ready, and you can fire with it. I would probably want to hit this wall, because this is the wall we're going to try and break open. So if I select that and press this, cool, cool sound effect. So they lob the rock, did 14 points of damage. Now, the walls, we don't know the strength of the wall, but they give you a hint in the getting started, and I think it's, was it 200 for a wall and 300 for a tower? Could that be the case? I saw that somewhere in the manual. Yeah, so I should have sort of prepared that, and so I knew that, but maybe it's further up. I know they mentioned something about it in the manual. Yeah, something about it. Well, we can look it up. We can look in the manual, I guess. Let's see, walls. Here we go. Fortresses. Okay, maybe might have been a vague search. Here we go. Towers are strong points along the wall, usually with a value of 100 or more. Okay. Greater in strength than normal wall segments. Okay. Yeah, so if the wall can take 200, maybe the tower can take 300 and stuff. So yeah, it's somewhere in here. I can't find it right now, but I think it's something like that, you know. And obviously, there might be better built fortresses that, like, the walls have 400 and the towers have 500 or something, you know. So it's kind of different. All right, so we did that. We fired with that. We hit that wall. Okay. Now there's no like line. They don't tell you exactly what to do in the scenario. They just sort of gets you all the mechanics, and then it's free for yourself to sort of pull this one off. We do have a big line of infantry that are actually part of this. I'm just going to leave them there for now until we get it breached. Then I'm going to put them in column. We're going to march, sort of attack into the town. There's some archers standing here. We could get them down to about here, maybe. Yeah. And they can fire. Now they moved, but they can fire at these defenders on the wall. So they killed one guy there. All right, we do have some more leaders here. We have Count Raymond. He's the main man of the forces here. So he has big command radius. So he's sort of helping these guys. They're actually they're not. Yeah, they were actually part of him before, but they will be detached soon. So he's the main man. We have Protector God. Actually, Protector Godfrey is the main man. But this guy here, it's his division. So this guy he's in charge of the whole Crusader army, basically. So he's over here. He's got a massive command radius. And then we have this little force on the flank here. We have Raymond Pillet. He's in charge of the 3rd Battalion there. So they're all lined up here. We're facing some forces. There is some 70-some archers. They have some spearmen. They also look like spearmen. We have some archers, and they have a commander in the back. So they are ready. Bows have a range of 3. I wonder if I have any crossbowmen here. I might not have any crossbowmen in this particular fight. I don't think so. No, I don't think there are any crossbows. But they work. I think the crossbows have range 2, if I'm not mistaken. But they are better at armor penetration and stuff. All right, so these guys, there's some defenders on the wall here, but we could move forward. Yeah, so I was going to show you that. So if I click on the unit and I hold shift, I can do something called attack movement. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, you see the whole force just went forward now. I just right clicked one step. Okay, we're taking incoming fire from the 3 guys got killed. We can actually move even closer, but we might want to stay there. We could move these swordsmen forward a bit. And we could actually engage. Why not? We could move up pretty close here and fire at these guys. Or we want to keep maybe our range in the back, and we'll just pepper them with some arrows there. Okay, so we could do that right away. I could just double click all these arches, and they have the same as for, you know, these guys are on top, so they occupied 61% of the area firing, and these guys have 35. So But we fire with both units. Managed to kill 3 guys. 1 man was killed. And these guys will unleash arrows on these spearmen. No effect. Okay. Okay, and then we have this fun thing here. We have siege towers. Now, siege towers just need to move up to a wall. And up to 7... This is the max number of soldiers that can actually move into the siege tower and then attack. So that's very important to remember. If I had 101 men, they wouldn't fit into the tower. So it's 75 or less that can actually go into these towers. Alright, so we'll just move the siege tower forward. Yeah, so they're right on top here now. These guys can move down and enter the tower. They're now in the tower. And then in the melee phase, they can run out of this tower and attack these. It's only 30-some archers there, so they're going to be in big trouble with 75 armored... What are these guys? Spearmen just come straight out of that tower and attack them. And they have quality A as well. So it's going to be a nasty surprise for those guys. So we have some more guys. We have 74 guys here. These are swordsmen. So they could be moving down and get ready to get into that tower as well. Yeah, our supplies. So supply wagons, I haven't actually checked that in this game. But it usually is within 5 hexes. So let's see. Okay. Let's see. It's usually within like 5 hexes. Might be less in this game, actually, or more. Could be more. Let's see, where can we find this? Supply wagon represents enough ammunition to resupply 10 men? Really? Each unit strength. Okay, okay. Here we go. Here's supply. Okay. So each strength is 10. So if we go back to our wagon, so wow, look at that. We can support 1,000 men. So pretty good. Okay, here we go. Each time an infantry cavalry fires, there's a chance, yeah, that they would be out of low in ammo and stuff. Siege engines can also become low. Okay, that's interesting. There will be no check for ammo for the first 4 turns of a scenario. Okay. The probability chance that the unit will suffer loss of ammo while firing is determined by parameter data. Yeah, okay. Unit is out of ammo, cannot fire. Unit can become resupplied at the beginning of the place. Here we go. No trace path. No, 5 hexes. All right, found it. 5 hexes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think maybe I want to get these guys a bit closer. Why not? So my archers, but they won't run out of ammo for the first 4 turns, which is great. Okay. What else? We have a bunch of guys that can actually line up and go into the siege tower. They're in column. So there's another way of moving. If they're all in column formation, you can hold in Alt key and right click, and the whole line goes. So obviously I cannot put the archers in the tower, but they can line up on the outside and fire on the defenders there. Alright, that's probably all we could do this turn. I think I've done my like firing and stuff. Yeah. So that's all I want to do. So we'll end it. We're going to the melee. Just save it there. And now we have our first melee phase. And as if you recall, we have our huge charge on the flank. So, we want to hit them all, and we can. All these units can hit. So we'll start at the bottom here. We have 75 men charging. These are the badasses with A++++2. They will hit these guys. We have an advantage. Now we're going to get opportunity fire. Right, one man was killed, and you resolve it by pressing the resolve melee. Yeah. Took 2 casualties, man. He took 14 men, so that was pretty big smash. They will smash into them. 2 guys were killed, actually. More. Okay, they no effect there, but 2 guys were killed. That was sort of less. 2 to 8. There were probably more of them there. Here's 60 horses versus 94. No opportunity fire. Yeah. 2 to 10. Not bad. 69 versus 50. So these guys are... He got to fire. 2 men killed. 4 to 16. Wow. Okay. And these guys smash into them. 1 man was killed. Yeah, and we can continue in this Sword and Siege. You can only pursue 2 hexes for charging. In some of the other games, like some of the Musket and Pike series, and I think even in Napoleonic battles, you can continue the charge for, I think, for up to 3 hexes. But in this, I think it's limited to 2 hexes. So obviously, we could continue smashing these guys, hit them one more time, but it's not that given that it will go great, because we're all disordered now after the initial smash, and but we are going to get bonuses because we're still in charge, and we're actually smashing these guys in the flank now, or in the rear, and they are disordered as well. So odds are that we could do still good damage, and they can't fire at us because they're not facing us. Yes, 2 to 6 now, but now we should stop. Yeah, it says charge, just 2 hexes. Here we have actually a second line of fresh cavalry behind this line, so you don't want to continue smashing into like ready troops. Then usually you'll take a beating. So and these guys will smash into them, 40 men. I think that would be good. We'll see what happens. Only 1 defender, so he got away there. These guys will smash into them. Still doing great damage. They will hit them. One to 3. Now this could be tricky because there's actually an elevation change here. This is 1729 and that's 1739. So it's actually 10 meters sort of sloped hill here. So we're going to be charging uphill, which is going to, you know, cost us some values. And he's 40 men. He's in the rear. We might still do good damage. This is one of our best cavalry units as well. 1 to 3, and that's it. And these guys can't charge because they just rode up on covering the flank there. Like, look at that, all these dead horses. So that was the charge, the mighty charge, and the whole first line broke, and they're sort of scattered. But there seem to be more horses in the back. We'll see what happens. Right, we're going to continue doing melees. Yeah, so now the siege engine can attack, and we'll do that. We'll attack this wall. This is the one where we want to destroy this particular part of the wall. Boom. 5 loss only, so not much. We have more. We have our brave knights that scale the tower, and the ramp goes down and they're charging out. Pissed off, man. Hitting these 30 guys with bows. See how it goes. We have an advantage. He didn't fire at us. Kill! Wow. Only 2 guys were shot once they were storming out, and they quickly hacked 10 defenders to death. And 20-some guys are fleeing down this wall now. So they have sort of on top of the wall now, fighting there. And that's all we could do. So we're going to end the turn and see what the... okay, so he's moving up his spearmen with archers. Taking some opportunity fire. Not much damage. Okay, there's a lot of forces there. See what he's trying to reform his cavalry line. Got some routed units. He's moving his forces there to attack the wall. Taking hits. He's firing his bows. No effect. And he's got a melee face. He goes for an attack. Wow, he actually won that. Okay, he actually stormed with a lot of soldiers there. He put in some archers, both spearmen units, and he actually pushed my swordmen back. There was only 1 unit in there, but 5 units got back out of 6 checked, and 1 unit actually was about to rout but never did. And that's probably these guys. Yeah, they were pushed back. They took a heavy beating there. So he assembled this whole big group there to attack. So what does he got here? A lot. Almost. Well, he can't exceed 125. So actually, I mean 250. Sorry. Okay, yeah. So he's got about 120. Maybe 200 men. He might have 200 men in there. So it's quite the force. So, you know, there was, what was there? Maybe there was 70 men there. So, yeah, they were pretty outnumbered. Okay, new turn. New turn. All right, let's have a look. Cavalry. Some forces have actually recovered here from disordered. So we could just regain the initiative and start attacking again. These guys are disordered, so I might want to use another unit there. But these horsemen that came on the crest are seeing these guys, and they immediately will go for a charge. Yeah, do we hit them? And 40 men? I think I will send them smashing into there. Yes. I will do that. Sure, let's do that. Charge. 90 horse. I think these horses will hit them. These units are disordered, so smash into there. These guys are disordered. So we might want to try and get to these. These are routed forces back here. These are really good targets to hit. But this guy's disordered, so he can't charge or anything like that. So I might just see how far can these dig. Okay, they can't reach him. Can only ride around. These guys could recover fast, so try and start surrounding him a bit. So we're getting ready to hit these guys. We have more horses in the back. Actually, these guys can stack up. So we'll get them stacked with them. So this flank is kind of weak. We might want to send some horses. These guys are alright. There's a building. I wonder if we can hit them. Because if we charge, I think we might be stopped here. These guys would be great to hit. Well, I think I'm just going to move up on the crest of the hill. Yeah, there's more stuff here. So, gotta be careful a bit. And these horses will come along in this flank. Or just send them down the center, I think. And this leader will be close by. keeping everybody in command. The fight goes on. So this was not set up. So as you remember, you can fire with this in the movement and fire phase. So I guess we're going to hit this wall again. Only 6 damage. Not much. So now we can use our sappers. And so they have full movement. They can be used. So we're going to change sapper. And we don't want to attack the tower, but we want to attack this. So we go down, right. Boom. And they're mining now. So that's going to take a turn, and that wall's going to start taking some damage. Our archers can fire at them. Keep pelting arrows on the defenders. No effect. And our forces here, I'm thinking of actually getting them ready for combat. So we're going to start moving them down towards that wall. Because we're not going to be using them fighting the horses. We're going to be too slow for that. So we have some more forces up here. Okay. They belong to that group, so we'll just put them in column and start moving them down there. Let's get this wagon down as well, so we can resupply them if they run out of ammunition. We have Protector Godfrey. You can stand there. Okay, so we have forces here. We're gonna be. I'm thinking of putting these guys. You know what? They're disordered. I'm thinking of putting them in the tower and face these guys. There's 70 men there though, but we are disordered. I'm gonna put them here, and we're gonna get some fresh dudes into the tower on the wall, and they're gonna be attacking them. Next melee phase. I don't think I want to attack with these guys. Just going to put them in the tower, and these guys are going to start clearing this wall here, and we're going to pile in some more forces. Yeah, there it. Oh, my archers. I wasn't actually going to put the. Oh well, okay. Actually, they're all archers, so. I wonder if I can put them in. No, put them in this ditch. They can't form a line, so I think I want to use my archers and these potential reinforcements coming in there. Okay, what else we got? So we have this situation. Let's look at firing units. Yeah, so these archers, they have an eye, which means they can fire indirect fire. So they can fire on units that are outside of their field of vision. But being in column and stuff, the odds of them actually, you know, hitting stuff is pretty low. I wonder if they can they fire from the tower? Cool. No effect though. Yeah, we're not going to fire with them yet. We're just going to move them up. So here we have the problem here. What we got? Yeah, so archers are not just archers in this game. See, they have melees and stuff. They have melee factors and stuff. But they don't have any particular. They don't have a lot of armor and stuff. So these guys have armor rating 1, so they have some basic armor, but not much. Okay, so I might want to turn these guys and fire on them. 9 men. And these archers, I want to turn them as well. Okay, these guys are firing us. So what could be the most dangerous units here? Probably the spearmen, probably the most dangerous. So we'll hit the spears. 6 men. Right, so that's kind of a tough fight going on there. So I probably want to charge him now. We have 140 men plus those guys. I'm hoping our superiority will win the day. These guys are really good. A+. They have good armor, good melee. But see how that fight goes. That could be an interesting fight. And that's all we can do. Okay. Yeah, I think I moved everything. Yeah, I think I'm fine with that. Let's just go into melee phase. All right, so we are going to be attacking here again. So 90 horses. See the fatigue? It's really going up fast when we're doing all these charging. Boom. 1 to 16, man. Not bad. Oh, that was kind of less. 1 to 4, so we can't continue. I'm not sure how these. I'm not sure. I haven't decided yet. They are smashing these guys on the crest of the hill. Fire back, no effect. Oh. So now we have units here. It's kind of dangerous. It's going to be close to my commander as well. We'll see how that goes. Yeah. So the battering ram. Keep attacking this wall. 7. Don't know how much is left in that wall. Yeah, these guys who climbed the tower. Can they melee? How can they melee? Oh, maybe that was the what's the other ones? Yeah, these guys. They're gonna attack these guys here. That should be an easy fight for them. I think they got killed, all of them. 2 to 10, so yeah, I think they killed them off. We're not going to be attacking with them. I think that we might actually lose this. We're in column. We're disordered, facing some fresh dudes with spears. That could be very dangerous, so we won't do that. But I am going to commit a big fight here. We're going to do counter attack and attack these guys. No prediction. I might even throw in my commander in this fight, and we'll see how it goes. We have an advantage. All right, see how it goes. It's probably going to be heavy losses. Ooh, we lost it. 27 to 22. Wow, we lost that fight. He actually said we had an advantage, but apparently not. Okay, this is proving tougher than expected. And we can't commit these guys to any melee. No, of course we don't have the optional melee. But we can send these guys to hit them. We could sort of get them surrounded. There's some more archers in the back here, though. We could send these guys for an attack. See how that goes. That was better. 8 to 20, so not bad, not bad. And we got these guys sort of surrounded now. Okay, bloody fighting going on here. That should be everything. Look at that, they got a little catapult there. Yeah, that was if I wanted to continue smashing these guys. Why not? Let's see what kind of damage we can do here. 1 to 5. I don't like this guy being here. I think I should not attack with them because, yeah, this guy is in trouble. If he decides he can go up and capture my commander, it'll be pretty bad for us. But hopefully he will rout and run away. Yeah, that is all we can do. And we'll see what happens. Boom. This is going to be a bit longer video than usually, but we'll watch this and then I'm going to end the video here. Yeah. Damn, he's going for my commander, I think. Sometimes the AI does smart things. Okay, I don't know what he's doing there with the horses. Okay, we're in trouble here, man. Being pelted by arrows. Okay, he would be hitting my flank there. Let's see what he does. Yeah. He took my commander. It was too good to be We actually held off them in the tower there. That sneaky man sent Toodle the second to bound. Was he killed or captured? We don't know. And the wall took 33 damage from the sappers, man. So wow, this wall still standing. Look at that. Yeah, never leave your commanders exposed. They captured him. He was captured. Which means if we killed them, we would free him, right? It doesn't work like that. Here's our reserve commander. Definitely not as good, but one of these guys was assigned to be the new commander. Yeah, I'm going to end it here, man. Hope you guys are going to enjoy it. Wow, this was longer than I usually do, but there was so much to cover and talk about. But really fun game, man. Really enjoy it. So we'll continue this getting started in the next video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I will see you in the next part. Have a good one.